I'm gonna see if I can help you finish your demo in 1 hour. I get asked to give feedback on demos a lot. People want advice on their unfinished music. This can really flood my inbox, so I thought I'd make a video with some advice that can generally apply to most songs. I'm gonna give myself 1 hour to work on this demo, give some suggestions, and see if I can help finish it. Hopefully this advice can apply to a song that you're stuck on. I wanna say thanks to Tom for sending over some stems for me to work on. I'll link to his Instagram in the video description. So this is what it looks like. I loaded in all of the stems. I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing, but I'll play through some small sections. So this is what the intro sounds like.
Do you miss me? Do you care? While you breathe in the college air. When you go to college, will you even think of me? Am I gonna be?
Almost went to Stone Mountain. Sunglasses on your head get me laughing.
The first thing I feel like this could benefit from is a more clear A and B section. Once it hits this 9-bar mark, it's basically the same thing on loop. But why don't we start at the top? Let's fix the drums. Something that I heard in the kick. You might not be able to tell it unless you have headphones on. This is a free tool. Go out and get it. Ozone Imager. Very helpful for stuff like this. The kick looks like this. I get that Hyperpop is experimental, but I personally wouldn't do that wide of a kick. I'm going to take a lot of creative liberties here and just do my own thing with this demo. I'll just use a utility plugin, turn that to mono, and the kick looks like this now. Also, the kick seems a little bit too big. So this is kind of going for like one of those cute hyperpop songs, if that makes sense. Kind of similar to KKB, Quiero Bonito, something like that. So I'm going to try to take this in that direction. Load in a sampler, bring this kick in. I want this kind of this long at most. In Ableton, if you just highlight a section, you look down at the bottom of the screen, it shows you how long that is. It's 125 milliseconds. So I'm going to go down here, turn down the sustain, put this at 125, and then turn this kind of normal like that. Maybe even go like this a little bit. Let's go to the snare now. If we're going for that kind of cute sound, this might be a little too long for a snare. Why don't we do the same thing? Not a bad clap idea. We're going to use our friend LaFaux tool. It already has some sidechain on it, but I'm going to do this a little bit more drastic. This is why I like LFO tool so much. You can clean up rhythms like this. I'm going to add another one on there just for more of a pumping feel. I don't know how this is going to fit these drums. So I'll just leave that for now. One of the notes I did make when I was listening to this scratch was a little out of place and it seemed a little too loud. So I'm going to retime this. It needs to be bum, boom, boom, chicka, chicka. And it's also pretty heavy for a cute track, if that's what we're going for. Maybe filter it. There we go. That's a bit better. Let's tackle the bass. I really liked this. It's like a professional sounding bass guitar. I liked this too. It's very cute. This could be even brighter. Some of the chords aren't right, or like the bass notes aren't working with the chords. Bum, bum, bum. Need to repitch this. I would say if you're doing something like this, maybe write it out on piano first so you can really hear the notes. It's hard to hear the exact pitches on this when it's like this, but some of these are not what I would do. There we go. That's the one. It should have been down 2 semitones there. Let's tackle these instruments. Guitar. Maybe I'll just boost this signal and I'm going to put my own effects on there. I just want something from like Serum. Can't go wrong with some chorus on your guitar. Maybe even some phaser. We turn up the feed to hear it. Okay, so that's the right rate. I think that'll be fine. Oh, piano. Let's bring that out. Right here, something's not right. When you're working with loops, they're not necessarily going to hit the same notes. So you might have to go and fine tune them. It was just off by a semitone. How does this sound all together? Yeah, we cut out here. Cleaning up the ends, making sure if you're doing like a transition like this, the important thing is happening and nothing else is covering it up. That's another thing you could do. So one of the reasons why I actually went with this one was I really like this sound. But I think for what you want in this scenario, this needs to be a lot more tight. Currently, the chords are kind of being held out. One thing you can do is just cut off the ends like this. You see right here where it's not playing anymore. And let's just hear how that sounds. You can already see these melodies are overlapping. Probably not going to be that good. So let me change these a little bit. I like this part of the melody. And I want to make this a little bit higher. Maybe we add in some grain delay. What about this one? Pluck. Okay, I don't like this section. I'm going to stick with this one. It's catchier. This could use another layer. I feel like this could benefit from just a very simple, like a real hi-hat. I'll use one of the ones from my pack. Let's focus on the vocals.
Do you miss me? Do you care?
I'm going to add in something on the vocals. It's something I just made recently because I've been doing some vocal stuff myself. It is the equivalent of like a Waves vocal writer, but it's for free. You can use Max for Live, a couple plugins. Basically, this is like gain adjustment, not compression, gain adjustment. But I set this up 50-30. It's got 50 fall here, and it's just changing the gain based off of how strong the signal is. So it's trying to get the gain to be level without using a compressor. But I will add a compressor to this. Let me do like a low cut first, because you probably want to do that before adding any compressor.
When you go
Yeah, see, that's exactly why. There was a bunch of rustling in the background.
when you go to college,
Find this right here, the lowest, and then just go a little bit underneath. A regular compressor is what I'm going to add.
when you go to college, will you even think of me? Am I gonna be just a past distant memory?
And then I'm going to add in pitch correction. I'm going to use Waves real time because that's what I have. I want to force certain notes in here.
Even think of me? Am I gonna be just a past distant memory?
Something like that. It was moving around a little too much. And then we route this into Waves tune. It's got to turn on target pitch. All right, it sounds like this now.
Even think of me?
Okay, so generally this could use fixing. I'm not going to correct the entire thing.
Do you miss me?
So right here, it needs to be like this.
Do you miss me?
Do you miss me?
Do you miss me? Do you care? Do you care?
You would just go in and like fix all of these. You can do this in Logic. I know. I don't know about FL, but yeah, work on the vocal timing for something like this. Oh, you know what I could do? This is a very Hyperpop thing to do. Do like a phone thing for like an intro. Do something like this.
Do you miss me? Do you care?
And then automate this off once it changes. I'm going to copy this vocal chain, put it on this one.
Who am I gonna be when you're gone?
This could use some fixing as well. I'll do that right now.
You look so fly.
I think it shouldn't go down there.
You look so fly.
So it doesn't necessarily fix it, but this is what I would do if I had control of the original raw vocal. Route these specific notes in.
You look so fly. Wish I had the chance to say goodbye.
Only have about 10 minutes left. What can we do to make this better? I think maybe focusing on arrangement. So how can we fix that?
Who am I gonna be?
Okay, so maybe not even doing 4 on the floor kick here.
I'm gonna be just a past distant memory.
Here's the idea. We've got first section, then new section, and then maybe do, because this is like a 12-bar phrase or 12-bar verse, do like a cut here. That's something you can do if it's a 12-bar, and then bring everything back for the chorus. I don't think a tambourine should come in on the very first time. Maybe have it to spice up a second section. And then we can do that fill again.
Thinking about you, not picking up the phone.
Cut this out because that's just noise. That's all I can get in 1 hour. To recap, some of the big takeaways you could take from this: make sure you can really hear the notes of everything. Sometimes there's some clashing notes. The vocal timing, very big. And also make sure, if you can, to route MIDI into your vocals for specific pitches. Besides that, some of the melodies, you don't have to play them all the time. You saw how I chopped up these and really just gave space for the ones that I really liked. And also having an A and B section. So we have a section right here that sounds like something, maybe adding in a separate cut right here. So why don't we listen back to the whole snippet. After 1 hour of fixing a demo, this is what it sounds like. If you would like another demo video, let me know in the comments. Here is what the demo sounds like now.
Do you miss me? Do you care? While you breathe in the college air. When I fall through, will you pick me up? I doubt you would do anything. When you go to college, will you even think of me? Am I gonna be just a past, just a memory?
Who am I gonna be when you're gone? And some nights I lie in bed, thinking about you not picking up the phone. Almost went to Stone Mountain. Sunglasses on your head kept me laughing. My, you look so fly. Wish I had the chance to say goodbye.
That's about as far as I could get in 1 hour. Probably not close to being a finished demo, but I'm glad I could work on it. I hope that advice applied to your song if you're stuck on a song.